And what I mean by a lot of crazy things, it's more about combinations, right? And we're talking about cards, their families, or things that work together to make cards better. So if I start the game with a Leyline Axe, it can mean a lot of different things to people. Oh, he's Voltron. He's going to hit us. He's trying to kill us with his commander. His commander becomes really, really big. I'm thinking in terms of transforming my axe into something greater, okay? So the way we would go about that is, at least with this deck, we would utilize something like Repurposing Bay, okay? Repurposing, like giving it a new purpose, for at least for this axe. We could sacrifice it with the Repurposing Bay, and we could get an artifact that costs exactly 1 more mana than the axe. That's all Repurposing Bay is. It's like a birthing pod for artifacts. You pay 2, you tap it, sack your Leyline Axe, search your library for something that is 5 mana. So, what's 5 mana? The Cosmic Cube, right? We could do the same thing with a card like Transmute Artifact. All right, I'm starting to remember how to spell. All right, so Transmute Artifact, got a lot of text going on. That's how you know it's strong. Notice that a lot of cards with big text boxes, it's safe to assume that the card's kind of broken. But yeah, it says sacrifice an artifact. If you do so, you would get artifact card from your library put into play, and whatever the difference in mana value that it is from the artifact you sacrifice, you pay that difference, and there, boom, it's in play. So if we pay 3 mana total, double blue to cast a Transmute Artifact, and 1 more mana to get our cube, we could do that very early on in the game. And then go into combat with the Medican Core and probably flip something crazy with the cube. So another one that comes to mind that does the same thing, and it might be the last one, is Oswald. Okay, Oswald Fiddlebender. He is a Gnome Artificer. He is 2 mana, 1 white, 1 generic. Pay 1 white, sacrifice an artifact. We do the Repurposing Bay thing. So when we look at all these cards, and see their potential, right, to grab the cube, it gives us that consistency. What I think a lot of Commander players get wrong, and this is not to be condescending or put down players, but I think what a lot of us get wrong is that we look at cards and it's not just looking at them at surface level. We look at ceilings, okay? We look at ceilings right away, but we don't think about cohesion. How do we make it make sense to get it as often as possible? You have 100 cards in your library. To some people, the fun of the game is to have a completely different game every game. You can find one of these 100 cards that do all these amazing things, and boom, that's your Commander experience. But when we look at about power, we think of consistency. How often could I do this thing I want to do? All right. So if you're looking at higher power, bracket 4 and higher, Medican Core's potential with extra turns with this card, the Cosmic Cube, is very strong. Another thing I think of, like when I look at the cube, I look at Ward and the potential of like doing stuff that is hard to interact with. Creature spells are hard to interact with because a lot of counter spells say counter this non-creature spell for 1 or 2 mana and so on. A lot of cards don't say counter creature spell outright, okay? And a lot of spells aren't really that crazy unless they literally say can't be countered, like Rise of the Eldrazi, okay? 12 mana spell. And you're going to get something that does all of these amazing things. Get an extra turn, draw 4 cards, destroy a permanent just because my commander's big. It's really strong. So what else could we do with the cube? How could we flip these amazing cards, right? They're all strong, but how are we getting to them? It's random. It's 6 cards. It's kind of like a card that a lot of people don't like, that has quite a reputation, is something like Kinnan. Kinnan, you pay 7 to maybe flip something amazing out of 5 cards. You put a large amount of these cards in your deck to get this flip, to get this amazing thing going on. What I would do, being in blue and white, I would look at tutors themselves, some more obscure than others, to get that value. So we're going to look at something that's not traditionally good, okay? Long-term plans. This is a 3-mana instant, 2 generic, 1 blue. You search your library for a card. Put that card 3rd from the top. If I swing with Metakin Core, and this card is 3rd from the top, I don't care. It's one of the 6, right? So to me, this is like a vampiric tutor with in combination of something like Gwenum or Bowls the Citadel. You're getting the same kind of value. So anytime a set rolls out, we have to kind of do these kind of breakdowns. So what I'm hoping to do for everyone that's viewing is, if I get like enough attention or responses or likes on Discord or whatever platforms I put this in, I will try my best. I'll make a valiant effort to continuously do these for other reveals. There's only so many cards we could play in a game that does all these crazy spoilers and reveals. I might as well try to see what I could do with the ones that do catch my attention, or even yours. If someone does this kind of thing where they're like, hey Casey, I really like Saynar for Strixhaven, right? Because this little guy, he's cute and he's a goblin and he has a tutor attached to his text box. Throw that request at me and maybe I can make something work. I'm not saying I have all the answers. Many of you might have those suggestions and may throw them at me. I'll bring them to light, and that way people get more attention for cards and strategies that need to be further developed. A lot of things deserve a second look at and an extra chance to really explore the potential. But yeah, this is Casey. I love this game. I'm your Magic guy at Mana Vault Games. Signing out.